I remember, here's this quick story for you. I remember being really, really scared of the Jaws ride when I was like 10 or 11 years old or something like that when I went to Universal. And I hyped myself up so much and I was so terrified of it. And when I actually got on the ride, I kind of closed my eyes for almost the entire duration of the ride. But I heard my brother laughing. And he thought it was really funny, and I didn't understand why he was laughing so hard. And he like kind of was like, open your eyes. And the those of you that don't know, the Jaws animatronic is so old. It was so old and so shitty. It was just like a sock puppet going like this. And then it would turn and go like... It was not scary at all. The thing was on fucking strings at that. It was like the thing was built like in the fucking 70s. It didn't even look like a shark. And it's gone now. Yeah. Unfortunately. So I remember that, me and my brothers were laughing. We were like laughing and fucking high-fiving each other and shit. But I will tell you that the Alien ride at Disney World, I did not fuck around on that one. There was a ride at Disney World, and I'm not sure if it's still there. It was at Epcot. It was like, Alien Escape, whatever it was called. This is back before they rebranded it. They made it a Men in Black ride. But before it was a Men in Black ride, it was just like an alien escapes from a fucking tube, the ride. And I remember doing this. So I heard how scary it was. There's an alien in a fucking tube and it breaks out, right? And in the lights go dark. There's like scientists all screaming, like he's out, he got out, run! And they have these weird sensory things where it breathes on your neck and shit. I remember going like this. Well, here's a strategy. If you're ever scared and you don't want to fucking see anything that's going on the ride, here's the strat. It's the pinky and the thumb. Pinky and the thumb. Pinky on the eyes. Make sure your eyes are tight and closed. Thumb in the ears. And you won't never. There's no sensations. So absolutely, I didn't hear. I didn't see anything. It's a foolproof tactic. Boom, boom, like this. Because everyone goes, oh no. No, you got the pinky in the thumb technique. And I did that the whole ride, and I didn't even see it. I got out of there. Professional coward. Professional coward. I was like 8. You guys act like I was there. I was there like a couple months ago, being like a scary alien. No. I was like 8 or 9 years old. I was like fucking 30. Although I probably still would use that technique, you know. Why are you giving us tips? I don't know, in case it's only 9-year-olds that you know. You know, when I'm getting really into it, I go like this, I move my hand like this. Alright, let's play. If you have like a little brother, or I don't know. Fuck the title. The title still says just chillin'. God damn it. Hold on. I need to change this right now. This was supposed to be like this. Just chillin'. Oh no. Fuck. Laying low. I don't know. I have to keep it. I got nothing to put here. Title it Colonoscopy Reflections. I was gonna title it. I'm not even supposed to be here. It's only been like 30 seconds. I'm laying low, post colonoscopy stream session, chill session. But this didn't just happen. I didn't just get out of the procedure. So that's kind of misleading. That's a little misleading. Hey, I just got out of my colonoscopy 5 minutes ago. I'm gonna turn my stream on. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. I'm doing good. Butthole. Yeah, I walked out of it. I'm still in my, what do they call them? Johnnies? What do they call them? Like, what the open back ass dress? What's it called? Diapers. No, I'm talking, a gown? No, they're called like Johns or something. A kilt? No. The tablecloth. The blue picnic tablecloth that has the big open ass. Why does it look like that, by the way? It does. It looks like a curtain. Hospital gown. Yeah, but that's like the technical way to say it. It's called like a gurney or something. I know what a gurney is. I'm not stupid. Anywho, we can talk about it if you want. I'll give you some inside if anybody wants to hear about it. I mean, it depends on how much people want to hear about this. Tell me everything. All right, I'll tell you. All right, there's already a resident sleeper in the chat. Is that a bad sign? Hey, let me tell you the story about my colonoscopy. Sleep. Show us your ass. Okay. No. No, it went well. I still have to hear back for a couple things. I had like 2 or 3 biopsies done, and it takes like it takes like more than 2 or 3 weeks for you to get results back on a biopsy. I'm fine. The doctor said it doesn't have any major concerns. The reason why I did it, people are going, why are you doing a colonoscopy before like 50? I have irritable bowel disease, and if you have irritable bowel disease for more than like a decade, I started developing some new symptoms that I wasn't really used to, and fast forward, I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. It is, apparently. Everything seems to be fine. We'll wait and hear back from the biopsies, but he said he didn't have any major concerns, and that's the end of that, I guess. I have been put on some new medication, which is very, very hard to get used to. I'm healthy. Yeah, I'm doing alright. But I'm on a new medication it's kind of odd and hard for me to get used to. So, pardon my absence for the last 4 days or so, like 3.5, 4 days. But I couldn't eat anything, even a day or two after the procedure. It was 2 days ago now, right? Let me see, yeah. So no, yeah, it was like 2.5 days ago. I felt just like shit. I couldn't eat. I was eating bread and scrambled eggs for like the last 2 days and peanut butter. You forget how good food tastes when you don't get to eat it for 4 days. I can eat now, yeah, I can eat normally now. A normal diet? Wait, bread, scrambled eggs, and peanut butter for every meal is a normal diet? I don't think so. That's normal? Every day? Don't get me wrong, I love peanut butter. Remove bread and eggs and it's good. Well, the reason why they're easy to digest foods. White bread and scrambled eggs and peanut butter, they're easy to digest. What do I eat normally? Succulent fucking fish! Broiled caviar! I couldn't eat those things! It was horrible! Roasted legumes in a creamy tomato broth? I couldn't have that! Ugh, it was hell on earth! Anywho, so let me give you a breakdown. I know I'm just kind of hanging out here, but I still am not 100%. I'm like 84%. Because I'm still getting like cramps, and I actually talked to the doctor today, and you're not really supposed to have abdominal pain and cramps like 2 or 3 days after, so they're like, let us know in like a couple days if you're like, still having that, and I'm like, okay. But, I'll be fine, don't worry about me. Let the camera in. But let me be very clear about something. This is very important. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. If you're able to have some issue that you want to just be reassured of, go get seen, please. You gotta take care of yourself. Just be careful. Yeah, take care of yourself. You got this one body, and you want to keep it. Hopefully, hopefully you do.
Downhill, sink it. Oh, fuck.
Did you watch the British Open?
Dude, if you had told me, hey, Jerma, retroactively, if you had watched the British Open for even 1 second, and I mean even accidentally, I would deposit $100 million into your checking account. I wouldn't be able to claim that money.
Wait, are you upset at me? Are you happy? I'm so confused.
I'm just saying, I haven't even watched it for 1 second.
Oh, okay. I guess so. No is the answer.
And we're talking about even when this shit pops up on the TV. Remember back when you actually had to surf the channels? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that's like. Back when you used to actually channel surf. I'm even talking about that. I'm talking about going.
Like AB's, oh. Mm-hmm. What do you mean? Like you're going like to go out of your way to find golf? So you're saying if you accidented upon the British Open, you would close it with disgust?
No. I'm saying that even back then, when we're talking like, all about traffic on the, we're here at the British Open. Nope. I wouldn't even be able to be on it for that long.
That was it. You could even hear his British Open. He says, British Open.
Yeah, you'd hear like the O in British Open, and I would be gone.
Okay, so you hate it.
I don't hate it. I just have absolutely no interest.
No, you're upset by it.
No, I have zero interest.
No interest. You wouldn't even mention it. You clearly have something, some sort of grief with the British Open.
Okay.
Okay, what if it's like an American Open? Is that better?
Okay. Nice. Let's go into it. I went to golf camp when I was like 13.
Oh, okay.
Thought golf was great. All my whole family plays golf. My brother's a big golfer. My father was a big golfer. Every time I would try, all right, time to get up there. Here we go. Slice the ball into the woods. Every time.
Every single time.
And that I would hear about. Like brother, what did you get on your? You got one over par. Oh, excellent. And I'm the guy like scooping the ball up out of the moss in the side of the river.
That's so sad.
So
I'm actually so grateful you agreed to play this game. I mean, I would never play golf again.
I'm getting Hearthstone roped. What? Oh, hold on.
That's so... No wonder you don't want to use your special, Jerma. It's going to be like that again. So you're from a family of golfers, but you just didn't take to the sport.
Dude, did you beat me by 1 stroke?
You beat me. In golf, less points is...
Wait. You're bringing back bad memories.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I hate to explain it to you because I know it transports you. Like you said in the last game, like you have to go through the file folder of your childhood every time someone brings it up.
Big bits just came through. Holy shit, they did. Collie Brady gave $100. $100. 10,000 bits. Thank you so much, Collie Brady. Really appreciate that. Welcome back, Jerma. Hope the recovery is brief and goes well. Keep on being the best streamer. Jerma Hart, thank you. That's fucking incredibly nice thing to say. I'm going fine. Recovery's good. I'm pretty much back to normal. Which you'll see, I'll make all kinds of food. You thought like I was going to have like a colonoscopy and I wasn't going to have any jokes the next day. I don't have any. So I've been like literally sleeping and playing Hearthstone for 4 days. So I don't have any material. And is that another $100 that just came through? No, it's the same one. Streamlabs is late. Hearthstone stream. No, I'm not good. I make mistakes. I make tons of fucking mistakes. I've been playing the new Dalaran expansion, and I fuck up so much. But the best part about playing those single-player campaigns is... Okay, I'm gonna give you an opinion here. This is just my opinion. If you don't... I'm sorry if you don't like it. If you think I'm wrong or stupid, that's... You're completely able to say that. Hearthstone has kind of turned into like this clown show, where they've added so many crazy things to this game. Oh, Echo has played the same card 7 times. Last time I played it, it wasn't like that, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? There's like there's clown cards in the game now. Oh, cast a random spell at a random person, targets selected randomly. So if when I play that game against other people, I have no idea what I'm doing, and it's just like embarrassing and frustrating. When I play against a computer, I get to use all the new cool, fun, ridiculous, randomized clown cards and beat the computer. And it's fun. I don't buy card packs, no. I just play the solo adventures when they come out. That's how I play most games, to be honest. Yeah. Solitaire mindset, yeah. Yeah, it is very... okay, I can talk like shit about like all these new ridiculous cards that I don't understand that throw the game upside down for me. But I have absolutely put into that Dalaran expansion. Absolutely. I mean, this is not even... I'm not even kidding. This is some kind of currency thing. I've put probably 50 hours into it in the last 7 days. Had to. Heroic mode? I can't do heroic mode. I'm too bad. Because I get fucking mad. And I like fucking grab my iPad and I'm just like, the fuck! And I like scream into the iPad like it's hearing me. I can't do it. I have to like... okay, you know when you have like your grandfather play a game, or like your mother or something, or like a friend of yours that doesn't play games, and before they get to touch it, you turn the difficulty down to like 0 because you just want them to have fun? I feel like that's what has to happen to me. I have to like be given an experience that I look at and I'm like, "Whoa, this is hard and crazy," but it's on like 0, and I get to go, "Oh, see what I just did there? I like in my mind I calculated like lethal." I'm on like the easiest difficulty. I just feel good, you know. My whole family are god gamers. He's a child. A very childlike. Yeah, you have to give me something. You have to give me like food and tell me it's other food and make me believe you, and like tell me it's like Captain Crunch but it's actually broccoli, and I have to believe you. What? I don't want that. No, Jeremy, that's Captain Crunch broccoli. What is it? Yeah, that's not regular broccoli, that's Captain Crunch broccoli. Oh, that means I like it. All you need, it's the power of suggestion. You know that if you hand somebody, I've been away for 4 days, so you gotta let me get this out. You know, if you hand somebody various liquids that are just water with orange, red, or blue food coloring in it, and you tell them that the orange one is orange tropical punch flavored, a certain percentage of people will just taste it. I was in that study. He's on a tangent. I can tell you, I gotta get this. You gotta let me get it out. I haven't been here for 4 days. Those of you that saw, I was on day 2 of Ranboo's show. It was really fun.
Where you come, can you?
Yeah, the prosthetics I was in. I'd never done something like that before, but I had to get my whole face casted. And the way they do that is they put this stuff all over your face, this like silicone stuff, and cover your mouth and almost your whole head. But it didn't do the back of my head or anything. It was just my entire face, and I could only breathe very, very slightly out of my nostrils. It was an experience. It was like, oh shit. And then they sculpted on that mold.
It's very old.
It was really, really, really cool. Did you shave? Oh yeah, I had to. There's no way it would have actually been able to stay on my face. Did you get to keep the mold? Yes, I actually did. I'll show it. Unfortunately, it is not here. I need to get it. I need to get it sent to me. But I will show it. It's terrifying. It's just a 1-to-1 complete replica of my face, with every pore, every wrinkle. It is a snapshot of my exact face as a 37-year-old man.
Breathe now. Breathe.
What's the secret?
Sell it? Nope.
Has it food?
No fucking way.
Nice fish hidden away.
No fucking way.
Here.
I ain't selling that. There ain't no price on that one. You could make bank selling it. There is no world where I'm gonna be super happy and like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so new merch drop, guys. A 1-to-1 complete replica, down to the pores, identical of my face. Complete. Better than HD. Real life. It's like real life. It's better than HD. It's real life. I'm not selling that. Have you tried using Face ID with your phone with the mold? That's actually kind of funny, but no. No, I'm not going to sell that.
Secret?
No fucking
What
way.
Secret, eh?
In 2,000 years, they'll dig it up and reconstruct you. No, I'm smashing it with a hammer before I die. You know what I mean? Like, before I die, one of my requests in my will is smash that fucking 1-to-1 realistic face. Smash it with a hammer into a million pieces. Give it to your grandkids? No! They're not getting shit. That sounded bad. That sounded bad. Why can't I go in here? That sounded kind of bad. They're not gonna get any, like, weird shit like that. They'll get money. Whatever's left, I guess. They'll get some money, right?
Find it before
Yeah, they'll see what I have left and they'll be like,
he can crawl.
why did Grandpa do all this shit?
Nasty lights shine.
How much money did he have? And you're telling, wait, he put on a dollhouse? What the fuck are you talking about? Grandpa, where's the money? What did you spend? You spent $70,000 on the Family Guy game? Grandpa, what the fuck are you doing? Why didn't you just give it to us?
Get a gold
Take it.
cast of the mask.
Nobody shall call.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Put the inheritance inside of the face mold, so they have to smash it to get it.
They are above the bridge. See?
Make a gold bust
He
of
had
your
to
face.
build them.
That'd be so funny.
Dangerous work.
That would be a lot of
After
money.
a while, he knew where the guards watch.
Let me ask you a question as somebody that's over the age of 30. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. You
Yeah,
might not
no,
be.
I am. No, I am.
Um,
I am.
As I approach 40, remember, I'm going to be 40 this year. Do you have the same
congrats.
problem? Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Everyone's
that's
like,
exciting.
it's great. I'm all for it. But what I've noticed is, and I've said this on stream before, and people were like question marks, and then some people said true, and those people get it. My brain hard drive has started to it filled up at 37, 38 or so, and stuff is getting you when you have too much stuff on your drive. All right, just
Yeah.
erase over the oldest stuff. What
Yes.
stuff? Clean out the drive a little. My brain has like 35 years of space, and it is just moving forward, and all the other stuff back there is just getting written over.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've had that in my 20s. So all of like the old knowledge, but like, so then I guess you have to be careful of what you stored and what you got rid of.
Yeah.
Like what are you overriding, I wonder?
Yeah. Like
Team Fortress 2?
think about how much stuff that you've overwritten, like how much data in your, SSD. And I've been
That's so
told
sad.
only one person said this, by the way, and I was incredibly upset with them over it, but they did have a take. They said that I have a like single core CPU. And they said, but it's like 5 gigahertz. I have a 5 gigahertz single core CPU up there, and
I think they're insulting you, Jerma. That's
oh,
not a nice
no,
analogy.
it was an absolute insult.
You're dumb.
This person was saying this as a complete and total insult.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't take that.
You don't think I should take that?
No, I don't think so. I'd be pissed. I think you should talk back and say
Yeah.
you at least have an i9.
Okay.
My brain is not underclocked or whatever. I don't know computer things.
Well, you still think I have a single core CPU?
I think
Hold on a
most people
second.
do.
Hold on a second here. You wanted me to
Well, hold on.
stand up. You wanted me to stand up to this bully that gave me that.
Yeah.
But you're saying, but hold on a second. Maybe it's an i9.
No, an i9 is good. I'm just saying there's a charm to single core. Like, you ever play like Pong, or like on the Commodore or early Ataris? I think what you're implying is single core is like useless and bad, and I'm kind of pushing back on that.
Oh, okay, all right.
So it's good. Like, I'm probably a single. I'd probably be a double.
I think you're a dual core at least.
Wait, thanks. I needed to hear that more than you know.
I think you generally at least like a quad core.
You're kidding. Now I feel bad for calling you a single core. Overclocked?
No, absolutely not.
No, okay, that's a little too far.
I think I have a like 6 gigahertz single core processor that is underclocked.
Like a hamster on a wheel running a computer, is that what you're saying?
I run this at probably like 3 gigahertz, but I could probably run it at like 7. But I just like I don't really I don't want to go into the BIOS.
Be only at 3. Like, is it like you're saying it's maybe a decision or something?
I'm
or?
too lazy to go into the BIOS and just change the setting, honestly.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's like my monitor. It was 144 hertz, but I run it at 60 hertz for years. I just never realized.
Really?
That's sort of the same situation.
That is kind of true. That's kind of close.
Yeah, you're like, it doesn't make a difference. Okay, you are not bad at this. I'm terrible.
I think we can put.
Oh wait, actually,
God damn, and quad core CPU over here.
playing up the single core.
Yeah, I'm also afraid if I do end up doing. See, this is the single core problem here. I was just trying to talk to you and play, and all 5 gigahertz were going into talking to you. The automatic, that is the problem. I can't do the dual core.
Okay, you know what? I think maybe I'm a single core too. I can't do that either.
Somebody just called you a Celeron. Should I ban him?
Yeah, 100%.
that's bannable.
Multi-ban.
Yeah, that's
Ban him in
bannable.
my chat too, mods, please.
That's bannable. That's at least purgeable.
That's rude because that's like a smart insult because the guy knows what a Celeron is.
Yeah.
So it hurts even more.
Yeah, that hurts even more. That's very distinct and very descriptive.
I'm sorry, I thought there was rules in the chats. Mods, make sure you're on your A game today.
Do you believe in ghosts? I believe in radiators. Faulty hot water heaters. Bad radio signals. And wind that's strong enough to make the windows move around. If that answers your question. I don't know about ghosts. No, I don't know about ghosts. Too many people have died. All you would hear was the noise you hear at a baseball game. If people like are ghosts, they're just walking around, just like kind of floating around, there would be like 70 billion ghosts just all talking over each other. Do you believe in the Power Rangers? Yes. I do. Because the Power Rangers are real. Even though there are a fictional group of characters, they're actually in the costumes and they're actually pretending to fight stuff. I missed it! I've had an experience with a Power Ranger before. Right? I've seen a Power Ranger. I've never had an experience with a ghost. That's about your experience with a Power Ranger. Watching the show, buying the toys, going to Power Ranger Con and buying tickets for every panel. See, if ghosts had Comic-Con panels, I would probably believe more. Your theory of Power Rangers aren't real, but ghosts aren't either then or something? I don't know. Do you believe in aliens? That one's tougher. Because on one hand, yes, I do. Do I think that there is somewhere, a galaxy or something that has sentient life? Probably. I mean, if we exist, then other people could exist too. I follow by the we exist, therefore theory. If it happened once, it can happen again. I don't know exactly how accurate that is, but you never know. Is the universe where you work a 9 to 5 and you aren't insane? Why do you think I'm insane?
Oh, yeah. No. The thing in the fridge is definitely not human meat.
You are. Yeah, say that to me in real life. And I'll run, bro. I'm running. No, you say it to me. Yeah, I'm the coward. I'm the guy in Beauty and the Beast that hides behind Gaston.
We would both be Celerons because of our age. You know, how about this? I am not a CPU at all. I am a refrigerator that was made in 1952.
Like not a smart fridge, not one with a TV on it.
Guess what? Those things were made like tanks. They were reliable. They still probably run to this day.
True.
Oh, wow, you got a fridge and it fails in 3 years. Oh, well, that car fucked up in 3 years. Oh, wait, did you get a washing machine? Oh, did you get a dishwasher? It doesn't work anymore after like 19 months. No. I am a fridge from the 1950s. It might not be as powerful, but I am reliable and I can fucking freeze all your food quick.
Yeah, and you probably poison the food as well because it's painted with lead or something, so maybe it's not all that good. Just the, you know. Wait, someone called you an abacus in my chat. What should I do with them?
I would be very upset if I knew what that was.
An abacus?
What is that?
It's like one of those. Wait, you don't know what an abacus is? That's fine. I mean, it's
I don't know what single chord, man.
It's like how you do calculations, and it's like beads on string.
Oh, it's with the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the thing that was in every doctor's office, the little toy that the ball that you go around the thing with. They need to bring those back. They got to bring those back.
I do not remember that from a doctor's office.
Dude,
did your doctor's office have games?
Yeah, dude, it was sick.
Are you sure it was a doctor?
Yeah, dude, it was like in the waiting room of the doctor that I went to. They had little it was like a pediatrician. It was a pediatric doctor.
You're right. No, you're actually complete. You know, doctor's office used to have Nintendo 64s and stuff.
What? I didn't have that. I had they should bring these back. It was a huge, elaborate, silly straw looking thing. It was a mess. So many wires everywhere. And there were balls that was colored balls. It's like, here's the green wire, here's the blue one. And it would be a massive design around. And each one had a hole carved in the middle of a ball. And
You're right.
yeah.
And you have to follow it down.
You followed it all around and down and around. It was a stimulating experience for a young child.
Oh my
And-
God, you're right. I completely forgot of those existing.
And why did they get rid of them? That was what a great developmental tool for a young child.
Yeah, but now we're like old men screaming at clouds. Now we're like the fucking iPad. God damn it, everyone's not engaging with things that we appreciate, like colored balls on string.
They said
Like, that's
your
what we
hard
got.
drive should wipe that.
We're going Celeron. Oh
Yeah,
man,
go back to the
that guy, for
Celerons.
sure.
Yeah, go wipe. No, I don't want to wipe that from my hard drive. Those things are cool. I want to remember
No,
those.
Keep it. That's important info.
I'm dragging that out of a folder I'm putting it into childhood memories. I dropped it in. Okay, I'm backing it up. I'm naming that one childhoodmemories.old, and this new one is childhood memories. It has it in there, and I'm sealing it, and it's safe.
Yes, and delete abacus. It was unnecessary. You don't need to know what an abacus
Dragging
is.
I'm going into fucking useless info. The folder. There's like a ton of folders here. Going to that folder.
And one's called fucking useless, not
Yeah.
just useless.
And this what'd you get? Abacus? Yeah, there it is. It's a
Abacus.
.txt file, dude. Okay.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Okay, that's like
into the
nothing.
recycling
That's
bin. Choo-choo. Yes, I confirm. I am sure.
And you're emptying the recycling bin? It's still not in your recesses of memory?
Ow.
Holy shit. Are you? Oh my god, that must have hurt.
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah. What were we just talking about? What was the last thing we were just talking about?
Abacus. You have to delete it again.
Like abracadabra? That's like a magician thing. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice shot.
You probably are so happy with yourself for that shot.
I'm pretty pleased. They still have the wire thing at the doctor's office. Good.
You haven't been to the dog shops in a while?
Now I've been frequently.
Ah, okay.
Dude, if they made those like punch things, you know, you get like 10 free, you do 10 sandwiches at the Subway and you get the 11th one free.
Yeah.
If I had one of those, if I had a punch card, if I had one of those, I would have had like 4 free doctor's office visits.
Nice.
I think you're on something. I think that's not a bad idea.
Oh my god, look at how depressing this is for me. Just hold on. Whoa. Just think. One day Jerma won't be popular. He'll just be another old guy in the supermarket. We might not even recognize him in the future. Holy shit. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so sad. I just got like a weird image of me pushing a cart. Look at old. Just kind of looking at the sales and stuff and being like, oh, that's all those grapes are on sale. And then I get up to the counter and I'm just like, excuse me, and my teeth, like both my dentures fell out. Excuse me. Don't stop. This is wicked sad. I know. This is sad. And there's sad music playing too. Don't you see me holding the grapes? With stringy hair with this music? And on the front of the package, it's some motto. It's like, look at me. I guarantee these are freshest grapes you'll ever see. And it's me holding and I smile a little bit and I'm like, look at me. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, this is actually kind of sad. I'm not going to do this anymore. This is sad. No more of this. I'm crying. Don't cry. Don't cry. We'll be that old in 25 years. Yeah, 24 years is a long time. That's a long time. Think about years of your life and how much of it you've lived, but how much of it have you actually lived? How much have you truly been a sentient person that had decision-making skills? I think under 10 years old, you don't even know, like, you don't even really know you're a person under 5, right? You don't really start making, like, actual kind of memories that you hold on to till you're over 5 to 10 years old. So your first 10 years, you barely even have lived it. So I think about going from, like, 10 to, like, 15, 10 to 20, 15 to 30, and then, like, 30 to, like, 80. You've got a very long time of being like a sentient person. And forget about all the time sleeping. Yeah, but you need that. You need that to live. At what point do you stop being sentient? I don't know. But, I mean, like, what brain activity, right, continues? What's the theory there? It kind of freaks me out. It's like your brain still has electrical impulse, like activity, after you pass away, doesn't it? So what happens there? Because your brain slows down. Do you, like, live for, like, 100 million years or something? Like, in your slowed down, slow, low electrical impulse brain? Because nobody knows. That only lasts a couple hours? Well, that only lasts a couple hours to you. Well, what does that feel like? Because think about it. When you dream, you only dream for, like, 5 seconds. Right? But sometimes those dreams feel like you're there for an hour or two. I don't know, that stuff freaks me out to a point where, like, I kind of... like, the second that I'm dead, smash my head with a cinder block. Crush my head with a cinder block. I don't want to, like, live for an eternity in my own weird, like, electrical impulse brain thing. Because, like, okay, in the 10 seconds that it takes for, like, Uncle Gary to come up with the cinder block and just crush my head, I may have lived for 100,000 years already. In my slowed down electrical impulse kind of passing brain. Not to mention Uncle Gary, the people in there, you know, Uncle Gary, I told this to. Hey, Uncle Gary, make sure when I die, the second that I have flatlined, you smash my head with a cinder block, Gary. What if the doctor's like, what are you doing? Put that down. That's another 100,000 years. Hey, I don't understand, I gotta do this. What if Gary doesn't finish the job? I might live for 500 million years. And I'll be sitting there after year number 1,000,000. I'm gonna be like, I don't know what happened, but Gary didn't fucking finish the job, apparently. Or Gary picks up the cinder block and, like, throws it. And then it hits me like the groin. And it didn't even get the job done, and they throw him out. Just enjoy eternity. It's a weird thought, though. It really is. Everywhere at the end of time. I'm so close to being completed here. What does House Flipper do this to you, dude? Just paint the walls. I don't know. Because, okay. I go off. I pop the fuck off when I play House Flipper. You know why? Because it's one of the only times where my brain gets to... This is just a background thing going on. And it is occupying... It's occupying the part of my brain. Right? It's almost like my... The crazy part of my brain now can come out. Because the part that's keeping crazy Gary in there is now being occupied painting walls. And that's usually the defense. Can you imagine? Okay, and there he goes. He's passed. And, like, somebody picks up a cinder block from behind, like, the table. And it's just like, holy shit, bro. That image is insane. Oh, you don't understand. He told me he didn't want to stay stuck in a DMT-flooded brain chemical dream. I had to. Look, I have it in writing. I signed it with, like, a blue Crayola crayon. When you realize your relatives have to smash both your head and the bust of your head when you die. Oh, that's true. That's true. No, there's a lot of new people here, I think. Do you guys remember that? Should we talk about that really quick? Okay, so... Okay, let's talk. When you die, nobody really knows what happens. But there's this prospect that your brain is kind of still going. You're kind of still going. And just... What happens in there? Does time slow down in your head? And do you essentially live potentially hundreds of years up here because of just, like, you're kind of dying and you're going and but you know what I'm saying? There's been theories about this, that, like, maybe your brain is actually still active for a while, and who knows how long you'd be trapped up there for. So I don't know, what if I, like, don't want to be in there? So I made a jokey reference to the second that I flatline, like, because it could be 1,000 years at that point. You You know what I'm saying? Like that 1 second could be 1,000 years after that. I just crushed my head with a cinder block. The second that it's like, what the fuck? What did it just make the noise it just made? What the hell? Can you imagine? It's in his will. You don't understand.
I'm going to send you
Yeah,
down with the
Uncle Frank has to run in with the cinder block. No, you don't understand. It's in his will. We have to crush his head. Somebody get security. No! And I'm sitting there in there. You're under arrest, Uncle Frank.
Coming back down.
No, shit. I'm sorry, Jeremy. I tried.
Dark water that feeds the beasts of Mordor.
Who knows?
Just open this for you.
Why do we sleep?
Good luck.
Right? What the fuck is going on? Why do we sleep? Why do we do? We just disconnect from the network for hours at a time. Why do we sleep? Our brains have to turn off. We get disconnected from the network. How did I die? Did I die? Oh. It's rest and restoration. Yeah, but isn't that so interesting that our brains effectively are a battery that has to be recharged at the end of a 20-hour period? You have an iPhone battery there. That's interesting. It's incredibly interesting. No one said it was like an iPhone battery. I don't mean you have an iPhone battery in your brain. I just mean, isn't it interesting that we have to turn off to recharge? We have to essentially plug ourselves in to a different network to recharge ourselves. I don't have to explain myself. Hello. Hi. How are you doing? What's going on? Explain yourself. Okay, fine. Guess I'll explain myself. So I woke up today and I had a bad headache. I did the thing where you just pop 2 Tylenol, go lie down in bed, and just like sit there and pray with your eyes closed. Go away, 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 go away. Well, you don't do that'll make your headache worse, but yeah, I'm okay. It seems to have subsided a little. So don't be too loud. I would like if everybody could please lower your volume a little bit. I've got a headache today. Can you imagine going to a concert or going to a live event and the person you're going to see comes out on stage and you're like cheering and this person goes, hold on, wait, guys, excuse me. I have a headache today. If you could just kind of lower your volume and not be so excited. And they do their whole routine, and every time that the crowd laughs, like that big crowd laugh, it's just like, stop. I told you guys, please. Get it together. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna leave. Hangover, Andy? I don't have a hangover. I didn't drink anything. That would actually be pretty funny. No, I just get headaches. I'm just a headache Andy. I've had an MRI of my brain, so there's nothing immediately concerning apparently. This is ongoing for like a decade plus, so don't worry, I'm okay.
Somebody said, have I ever done a sober stream? I'm gonna leave that for you to decide.
He's so sober, he's doing decaf.
I know. I am like
that's like so straight edge.
I'm so annoyingly sober. Do you know what I mean by that?
100%. Wait, what do you mean by annoyingly sober? Like you're saying like it would be cooler if you were not sober? You'd have like an excuse for your behavior.
I'm just saying. I usually have a coffee.
Don't worry, I'm drunk.
No, I'm like I have like no coffee, no caffeine.
Yeah.
It's just like, I want a coffee, man. But I'm on decaf, and that's all right. Decaf has like 99.9% less caffeine, but it's still got some.
You must be sleeping so well then with decaf.
Yeah, it actually my sleep has been great.
Oh, it's been a good change then. Wait, good. Maybe I'll try decaf.
You got to get through it.
I've been cutting down. I'm on 1.
Yeah.
1 cup.
I do 1 6-ounce cup of coffee in the morning, and I use I try to do as little boldness and caffeine as possible, and that's it for the whole day.
Oh, that just feels like, why even do decaf then? You know, like I feel like at a certain point, I don't know. I don't know if I even enjoy the taste of coffee that much.
To me, it's all psychological. I just need the hot, kind of bitter liquid.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because then your body is like, oh yeah, I had my coffee this morning. I don't crave it. Do you get headaches? You must get headaches. Caffeine headaches.
I've been doing this for about a month, so
okay.
I've definitely had some of those kind of caffeine brain kind of crash out problems.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm all right now. I think I'm good now.
Oh, that's sick.
You got to
Maybe
get
I'll
through
try
it
that.
though. It sucks for the first couple weeks because you almost feel like you're tired all day. But once you kind of cycle it out of your system a little more.
I cut my coffee from like 4 or 5 cups to like 2, and I felt like death.
I know.
So the idea of cutting coffee completely is insane.
I know.
Wait, what do I do here?
It's like one of my favorite things in the world. Coffee's like one of my favorite things on earth.
Oh, even talking, I'm craving it right now.
I know.
Look at me. I'm like not doing a sober stream. Oh. Oh, bunker.
Oh, right into the beach.
No. See, but now you know not to do that.
Well, I know now to hit this as hard as I can, special mode.
Waluigi looks evil.
Hey.
Yeah, I said it. It's too sinister. Oh.
Into the spikes.
Rough. This is like your childhood, remember?
Actually,
where you had to pick it up from the spikes.
Dude, even mini golf pisses me off more. It infuriates me. Do you get mad at mini golf?
Top golf? What about top golf?
No.
Mini golf is so fun.
No, I hate it.
Where there's like a windmill and you have to get it into like the fun little barriers. I just love it.
I hate it.
Jerma, I'm gonna change your mind. One day we'll go mini golfing.
I'm down.
Yeah, see, and then we'll learn to love it.
That could be really good.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying what I just did.
Oh, I thought you were getting excited. I thought you were getting excited for mini golf.
That sounds okay.
That sounds not that exciting.
Did my eyes get cured? I think I may have been cured. My eyesight is perfect. What happened? What? There's no difference anymore. That's why I told you to eat your carrots. I told you to eat more garlic and you didn't listen. I don't need glasses anymore. I ate enough garlic and carrots to be cured. I can see perfectly fine 20/20. I don't even need these. I've become so healthy. Let's talk about Vegas. Why not? No, let's not talk about Vegas. I already told you there's nothing to talk about. I'm not good with these. I have to like morph my face or like get like a hurt on camera with my toes. Let's like go down here. Can you sleep on stream? Is that allowed? No, it's definitely not allowed. And people are gonna come to the stream and think that I'm like one of those Twitch guys. I cleared this whole desk out already. There's nothing in here. That's better. Why would I get rid of this? This is like a sentimental piece of my childhood. You think I'm going to throw it in the trash? Did I gamble in Vegas? I gambled in Vegas. I didn't gamble that much money. I gambled enough to go like, cool, but not enough to go, whew. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that was. I was so focused on making sure that this was not, who cares? I am a Twitch person. One thing I found, though, you guys are going to be happy about this. Remember the original comb? The first comb stream? All those years ago? Back in 2017, 2016. Here it is. Found it. Speaking of which, can somebody explain to me why, when you're driving around, or you go to a restaurant, you go to a business, and they have that proudly established, been serving business since like 2002. That ain't long enough to have that sign. You know, it's like that's not that long. Like, proudly established in 2009. You gotta go back before the 80s, man, or I don't care. To have a sign like that, you've got to have a full relative amount of time, like before you, right? Oh, my grandmother established this restaurant. It's like 75 years ago. That's a whole generation. Not like you graduated business school and you opened up in 2010. Like, don't put that sign up. You don't do that. How dare you take pride in your success? No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if you have a sign that says, like, we've been serving for a really long time. 6 years. It's like people, give me like 30 years. 25 years, I think, is like, okay, you've been here for a long time. Well, 2002 will be 20 years in 5 years. In 5 years it will be, not right now. Maybe they're happy to have served people. Asshole. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. That was mean. And somebody thought that was mean. I'm sorry about that. Soft retirements, soft hair loss. Do not out. I actually want you to time that person out. I don't want that message to be, like, recorded into history. I want that message deleted. Because I don't want to manifest that. I want that to be deleted. And then here it comes. Here it goes. Everybody say it. Here it comes. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing all right. Manifest some fucking hair? Yeah, it's luscious right now. I've been manifesting it since I've been drinking green tea since I was fucking 19, all right? That's how you manifest it. Can I have your comb when you're finally gone? Oh, that's going in the museum somewhere. Such like an ego. That's such egomania. I know. All right. If you wanted to see like the sign-up sheet for the Museum of History, of Entertainment History, I would bet out of all the things in that museum, the jerma 985 comb in the glass gets the least amount of sign-ups for that part of the tour. They might even have to move it to a different room eventually. You know, that's gonna get moved 3 or 4 times before it just gets put in storage. And then I get a call asking for me to come get it. They'll put the baseball on display. No, they will not. Don't you have a copy of your face? Yes. And I don't like it at all. Okay, the reason why this thing is weird is because there's constantly a mirror when there is no mirror. We all know looking in the mirror, you see your face. Being able to see your face when there is no mirror is honestly, I put a towel over it. I don't want to see it. It's weird. You laugh like a gnome. That's fine. It's kind of cool. Show it. No. I don't even have it. I lied. I don't even have it. It's not even here. Turn on Facecam one and just have it be the mold. Now that would be really funny. Except the problem with that is somebody would get it and like zoom in and like with AI generated fucking knowledge, it would hit every single point and they'd be able to make one. You can do that now. Oh, never mind. Who cares? You should sell it or something. No, that's very weird. He's obsessed with himself. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You should sell it, but attach it to a life-size Stretch Armstrong. No. I just smoked a fat bowl. Any advice? Just relax. Don't think too deeply on very much. And just make sure you're not doing it too much. Okay, Dad. All right.
Let's sprung the trap.
What about Sonic the Hedgehog? Sonic's cool. Me and him hang sometimes. He's a cool dude. He just wants to like chill and. Yeah, I know Sonic. Yeah, I mean he was over here a few days ago and we played I don't know, weirdly we played Bridge. The game Bridge with cards. He's a big fan. I didn't know he was that into Bridge. Ow. I gotta be careful. If you die in the game, you die. Your character dies in their real life depiction of their universe. So if I die, my character in this universe will die in their real life depiction of it. Oh shit, where's the guy that smoked that bowl? That guy right now is just sitting there going, wait, what? What do you mean? That guy's mouth is just open. Just wait, what is he talking about? Wait, you mean... Yeah, if the character dies in the game, it's their depiction of that reality that they're in, so it's real to them. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is real? They'll invent a way out of that? No. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not drinking that fucking... I'm not doing that. If there's like upload your consciousness. We've talked about this already. But I want my I want my cinder block. My head. I want my hender block. I want my head crushed with a cinder block when I die. No. Oh, we can upload you to the cloud. I don't want that. Crush my head with a cinder block. The second that I'm dead, and then turn me into a tree. Because guess what? If you upload your consciousness somewhere, people could probably fuck with it. People could probably mess with it. I don't want to live forever doing that. That would suck. I told you. My fucking Uncle Larry is going to be in the will. And it's going to be the second that I flatline, my head needs to be destroyed with a cinder block. My brain needs to be crushed with a cinder block. And a hydraulic... I don't care how it's done. And there needs to be 2 doctors in the room and a scientist that can confirm that there's been total, complete brain destruction. Nobody's sneaking in there and like, oh, I'm gonna scoop a little bit and then I can like have his consciousness. Nope. Doctor's gonna be in there and it's gonna be somebody that I trust, and they need to say that it has been completely liquefied and it's never coming back. Hey, who's your favorite Sonic character? Oh, right. Well, Tails, I guess. Kind of went off on a little there. Hey dude, do you like the Sonic movie? I want you to crush my head with a cinder block when I die. But I mean completely liquefy it. Yeah, but fuck that though, guys. Like, let's be real. I don't know what technology's gonna exist. There's gonna be people like stealing people's consciousnesses. No thank you. 1,000 years from now, if technology gets to a point where it's, oh, by the way, one of the problems we have in the in this online upload your brain universe, somebody can hack into your brain and make you think all these things that you didn't think before. Oh, and by the way, you could be trapped in a fucking never-ending fucking mind prison. Oh, great, yeah. Oh, no, cinder block. Oh yeah, they weigh a lot. Yeah, crush my head. Yeah. Giga Chad, Cinderblock.
I've completed the quest.
I love how that's a Giga Chad move, apparently. Yeah, you gotta play the music too. But right before I go, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm ready. Bring Larry in with the Cinderblock. It's just down, and he just fucking smashes my head. Will the cinder block that crushes you be a sponsored block? I mean, I don't care. That'd be fine. As long as it weighed 9 pounds, 12 pounds, whatever it was. 15 pounds. How much is cinder block? 20 pounds? Yeah, but that money just would go to my heirs. That's fine.
Play a game, you lame comb streamer. I'm gonna let that one slide. Why do I have like a McDonald's haircut? I'm talking about not like a clown, I'm talking about the M. Well, I was playing a game, and everybody hated it, so I stopped playing, and then we started doing this weird shit. I was playing the 2 Point Hospital for like a couple hours, and I would look over at the chat. I would look over at the chat over here, and it was just like, fuck you, I hate this lame Resident Sleeper. What, you think I gotta give the people what they want. I gotta give the chats over here what they want. I know, but like, I have this thing where when I gauge how much people don't want to see something, it's very, very quick to look over and just see, like, a fucking stampede of people saying, I don't like this, this sucks, this is boring, this is boring, this is... It's like, it's hard to be like, oh, everything's going real well here. We'd rather watch you enjoy yourself. Yeah, but it's like... I like to play off of you guys and what you guys are saying. You know what I mean? I look over at the chat, someone will say something like, oh yeah, that's interesting, that's funny, let's talk about that for a second. Oh, that's cool. There's nothing, I can't play off of you guys, people writing how much they hate the game, right? Like, I can only be like, hey, fuck you, I'm a streamer and it's my life. But, I mean, like, there's no fun banter there. It's just half the people in the chat don't like it. And I sit here and I'm like, you're wrong, I like it. That's the banter there. That's the fun. I'd rather just have fun. And if we can't do that, then, I mean, like... Who's gonna make it worse? That made it worse. I don't even know why my hair does that. Why does my hair do this? And I just want it to go to one side. Not do a bird in a painting. That's a bird in a painting. The mountain... the trees, the birds. Just draw that 5 times. So style it. I don't like putting product in my hair. It makes me greasy up here and I break out on my forehead. Doesn't matter what it is. It makes me sweat. If I put product in my hair, I sweat. Like, profusely on my hairline, and then I wake up after showering, and then holy shit, man, there's like pimple, zit. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to do that. I can't do it. Showering. What's wrong with the way I'm saying showering? No, my skin's been pretty clear. I've been eating lots of garlic. I've been... 1, 2, you know. Talked about it before. Eat more garlic. You'll thank me when you're 30. My birthday's like tomorrow. When is my birthday? Fuck. My birthday's like next week. What is it now? And yeah, I'm turning oh man, I don't like this. I'm turning the wrong age. I'm turning the age where it's the percentage age. The third of your life is gone. That's what I'm turning. No, that would imply that I'm gonna live to be 100. I'm not gonna live to be 100. Fuck, man, I'm really getting that old. That's why my whole body hurts. I'm hitting that percentage age where, you know, 33% of your life, that's a third of your life if you live to be 99. How long am I going to live? I've already done my whole life? Is it, what, I need more! Science is going to progress, and we're going to be like robots. 33.3, so that means I'd have to turn 33, and then 3 months go by. That's when I have to be concerned. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. I'm not going online and typing in that like, when are you gonna, what date are you gonna die? I'm not doing that. I did that once and I'll never do it again. Or like back when I was in high school or something. I'm not doing it. Fine, I'll do it. God damn it. What is it? This website has existed. This website has been around since like 1995. Have they updated this website? Which one is the right one? There's like fucking 10 of these. There are 5 death clock. Google, there's 5 web pages on the front page. Which one of these isn't like a ad profile scam? I was born, okay. Male, mode. Normal, pessimistic, sadistic, or optimistic. What would you guys say? I think I'm fairly normal. Right? What was my mode? Sadistic? I'm not sadistic. I am not sadistic. I am very normal or pessimistic at worst.
Okay.
I'm not sadistic. How am I sadistic?
If I chop you up in a meat grinder...
What have I ever done that's been sadistic?
And the only thing that comes out that's left of you is your eyeball. You're probably dead. You're probably going to... Not you, I'm just saying, like...
No, I'm not too optimistic, but I'm not too sadistic. I'm normal. I'm a normal person. What's my BMI? I am a non-smoker. Let's make that very clear. And my BMI is... Okay, 5'8", and I'm 154 pounds. My body mass index is 23. Okay, less than 25, non-smoker. Well, okay, what's my death clock here? Friday, July 4th, 2059. That's pretty good, right? Is that good? 2059, hold on. That's a long way, right? That's 2018 right now. 28, 38, 48, 58, 68. Okay, so I got about 40, 30. Wait, 70, 78, 73. No, that's not correct. I don't want 73. Why would it? You can't even determine that. A normal person with ideal body mass index. That's a non-smoker. Yeah, 70. These things are a scam. I just gave this guy my fucking information. That's all this is. It says, hey, let's collect birthdays and get ad profiles and put cookies on their fucking browser. Good. 74. That's 70. That's not. Just refresh it and get a new date until it's a desirable one. I agree. He's gonna go to your bank and input your BMI and cash out all your money. Oh, yes, Jeremy, Mr. Albertson, how are you? Good to see you again, yeah. Please enter your personal BMI to unlock your checking account. 23. I don't like that 23 number. That's the evil number, right? I'm going to eat a bunch of cheeseburgers tonight. I'm going to get to 24. Anything under 25 is fine. I don't want to be 23. 23 is that evil number. They did a Jim Carrey movie about it where he was a murderer or something, right? Yeah, I'm gonna gain 10 pounds just so I can make sure I don't have the Jim Carrey number. I should watch 23 on stream. That's not going to happen.
Have you ever noticed these games at the top of the App Store that look like they were made in a week or two? They're usually minimal and very simple games, but they're just absolutely crushing it. They're called hyper-casual games. They're making developers millions of dollars.
I'm interested.
And they are owning the App Store right now. Now, I happen to know a little bit about these games. I made one of the first ones ever called Phases way back in 2014, which is
Wait, see? Do you understand? And everyone was giving me shit about this. Did you hear what this guy just said? He just did the thing that I told you was the annoying thing to do. Whoa, yeah, it's established since 2014. Oh, it's a long time. I'm glad we just got to see that in real time.
In App Store years, Phases broke the top 5 of the App Store, and it now has over 6 million downloads. And even
it's not that much.
Cooler than that, it actually helped launch our game business, which now has over 65 million downloads.
That's kind of good. That's good. That's a respect. That's a great number.
Made that game pretty.
What did I even click on? I don't even remember. Oh, this is the number 23 math scene.
When I found out what her name was, that added up too.
This is not. I'm not even doing anything. I just put on glasses and watched a video that you can't see. You can't see this video.
And it's by an author I've never heard.
Look, I can go. I got a bunch of looks. You don't think I have a million different looks? Look, I got this look. Looks pretty good. This is smart guy, but also in a second, I can go right to Ghostbusters librarian. Right? That's extreme. I got so many looks. This looks bad. This looks okay. No, that looks bad. This looks bad. No, this one is the one that looks bad. This one looks good. This one looks all right. What about up here? Look at how much more attractive I am when they're up there. Yeah, I got glasses, but I don't really need them. I'm just gonna put them up there, just in case I need to read something, like your number. And then, right when she starts to get the number book out, and you're like, okay, got it. Right to the librarian. Are you sure? Like she's like, oh hey, yeah, just me. It's just me here. Yeah, I'll take that number. Yeah, there. What is that? 555 224. Oh no! And she fucking sprints away.
Looks like autopsy here.
I'm not. Why? I stopped doing this. What am I doing? This is not even a live stream. There's just a guy playing audio through his headphones. Oh, okay. So anyway, so here, what I was saying before. So I got a theory, right? So I went. I'll tell you my doctor's office visit today. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, you know, yeah, please come in, please, John. By the way, I was 15 minutes late to my doctor's appointment, so I'll let you guys play with that one for a little while. I was late to my doctor's appointment. It's okay though. It was only like I was only a few minutes late.
Then.
So I get in, I go there, and I just sit down. The nurse comes in, and the pre-doctor comes in. You know what I mean? The pre-doctor comes in, and there's a somebody with the pre-doctor. The nurse that came in, it was training day. They were training a bunch of people, a bunch of new people, and you know, whatever. That's fine. That's cool. I got my blood pressure taken by this person, and it was all right. You know, okay, good. Congratulations. You're in college. Good for you. Keep it up. Keep up the good fucking work, right? So go to the. I had to get some lab work done. I had to get some blood drawn, and there was somebody training there too, and they. Well, I'm not gonna be mean about this, but stuck a needle in my arm, didn't get the vein, and the other nurse had to come in and take care of it. It's like but that's all right. You know, you're learning. If you don't have me as like a guinea pig, you know, you're not gonna learn. So I'm okay with that. You just stick me in the fucking arm like a couple times, and you fucked it up. It's all right. Somebody else came in and fixed it. But you know, it's okay. I was internally sort of upset about that, but you can't be that upset in that situation, because you know, how are we gonna get any more doctors? You know, we're not gonna get any more doctors if we don't like at least be okay with that. They're not gonna learn. Anyways, while the blood was being drawn from me, rushing through my brain was just like, I can feel this energy being sapped from me. Like my brain power went down after I had I got like a little bit, like a lot of blood taken. So like I had like a ton of brain power removed. I couldn't do math anymore when they took the blood. And I thought about it. It's like, it's not our brains, it's blood. Right? Like you think that your brain does all the power? No, it's the blood going through your veins in your brain and shit. Like, oh no, you gotta like make sure to take care of your brain. No, take care of your blood. Take care of your blood. Because my brain is fine. If I lost a little bit of blood, I lost IQ points. There's no blood in your brain. Yeah, it's your blood. Because I was sitting there talking to this person. She's sitting there drawing the blood, and as it's happening, we're talking about the weather, because it's the only thing you talk about when you have nothing to talk about with any other human being. Sunny day! Yeah. And this is what happened. I was like, blood's being drawn. Needle goes in. Blood starts coming out. I just, you know, yeah, it's a sunny day out today. And at the end of the day, I was going to go to the store, get food. Me like food. Me want carrot. Carrot want in mouth. And then she took it out, and I was like, oh! And I went to the cafe afterwards, and they like had to wheel me out, because like I fainted because I'm a wuss. They wheeled me out, and I was just like, oh. And they got like I got a coffee, and they gave me a muffin, and I took one bite of the muffin, and like I could fucking do calculus again. You know what I mean? It was like teeth go down. I know all my algebra. It's definitely it's about food, and it's about blood. It's all about the muffin. It's the muffin. You guys don't know that. Do you guys know that the muffins have like 20% of your daily iron, 40% of your daily calorie intake, 60% vitamin C, and 100% calcium? That's in one muffin. And like, you don't hear anybody ever talk about that. 20% of your daily IQ, you get it all when you eat a muffin. 40% of your daily calorie. Yeah, my muffin is like 800 calories. That's way too much. That is far too much. But so anyways, my point is, so I had blood drawn today. And the end of this conversation is like, I'm like a little dumber right now. I just am. I can feel myself like a little slow. Like I'm slowing down. Sometimes it takes like an extra second for me to think about something. They took my life force today. I need that shit. You ever think about that? Like when somebody's like drawing your blood? Like that's your like life essence. And they're taking it out of you. Like a bunch of it. Sometimes I freak myself out. I'm just like, they're draining all my blood. They're taking it all. I need that shit. What's in there? How many vitamins did they take with that blood? Give it back. Yeah, I'm on my way out. I grabbed like the tray where my blood was, and I just started drinking it. I want it back in me. Get it back in me. Give it back. No, I'm obviously just fucking around. Put it back in. Holy shit. God. I used to be so scared of needles. It was a joke. I used to lie to the doctor. The doctor would be like, when was your last tetanus shot? I think it was last week. Oh, it doesn't have that in the records. Where did you get it done? I know, I had it. I've got it done. It's like, Jeremy, yeah, I think you need it. When was the last time you had like a measles injection? I don't know. I'm up to date. That's all you have to say. Like a fucking dog. Say you're up to date. No, I'm up to date on everything. Oh, you are? Yeah, no, I'm up to date. Veterinarian. Come here. And then 6 berry bush seeds, 16 berries. I don't know what's better. Just the regular berries. And oh, that's a lot of money. Nice. Very cool. You should have taken the seeds. Oh well. I want to see. Let me check this. Seeds grow the berries. You goofy ass. Goofy. I said goofy ass. What? Goofy, what? Mods, what's going on? What am I missing here? Anybody in mod chat? What am I missing? What's going on? It's a meme? They say, LOL, I don't know. What? No clue. I'm lost. I'm just as lost as you are. Actually, Goofy, don't tell him. Is it I don't get it. What? It's a meme. It's a current meme. Oh. Boomer doesn't realize his chat is all under 25. Oh, okay. Your viewer base is 5 to 10 at this point. Nobody that's 5 to 10 years old is on Twitch. I'm sorry, I don't agree. No. That's not even Fortnite, guys. That's not Fortnite age. Stop saying Fortnite. No. Maybe if you said like 12 or something. That's not Fortnite. Nope. You know how I am certain, I am 1,000,000% positive that because so I have nieces and nephews, and I can tell like what that whole age group cares about just based on the things that my siblings tell me and things that I see my nieces and nephews do. I know what they're into now. And I'll tell you, it's not Twitch. When you're 5, you're not on Twitch. Anecdote Andy. Dude, I'm trying to think of like the world when you're 5. You can't even fucking read at 5. You can't even read. What are you talking about? You just barely are like learning how to read. At like 4 years old, 5 years old, you're not like reading books. You could, yeah. All right, sorry. Yes, Sam, I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. They're not sitting here typing like, oh, mega lol, like streamer sucks in the chat. They're not here. They're not writing like copy pasta paragraphs here. It's not how it works. All right, what do I want this person to be named? How about green? Wart. Rash. Puke. Punk. Oil. Gremlin. Gremel. 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 Rebel. Gremel. Gremel. Grimace. Up to date. Oh, you're up to date on the latest Game of Thrones, Jeremy?
Did you see those dragons? There's a lady at a CVS I go to. That, you know, like, God bless her, you know what I mean? Like, God bless this lady. She just is like doing, she's just working, she's just hanging out. So like, we'll have a conversation every once in a while. But so like sometimes when I go in there, she's like,
you guys ever see that Game of Thrones?
like, yeah, I have, yeah.
Wow. That's the one with the dragons, right?
Like, yeah, it is.
Wow, that's intense, huh?
She asked me the other day, she's like, you see the new Star Trek? I didn't even know there was a new Star Trek. I was like, no, I haven't. Oh. I'm like, oh. She's like, oh. I'm like, oh. Every voice I make is a variant of Grandpa? Yeah, but we'll go over them.
There's this one. 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 And who can forget this one?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, and then I shoved a muffin up my ass. So hold on a second. Wait. Don't fuck around. There's no joking here. So this is where they got the idea for Blighttown. The enemies are the same. This is the same area, and like I just felt my head just feel weird because of the blood. When do you generate more blood? Anybody know? Because like as human beings, we regenerate. Are you kidding me? We all talk shit about like Wolverine and like, oh, how cool is that? Like, you know how insane that our bodies are? If you cut your finger, it grows back. Your skin repairs itself and heals itself. The day that scientists figure out how to accelerate that process. Like, I've closed my finger in a car door before, and you know, crunch, ah! And in any other world, in any other like fucking timeline, that finger is broken for life. It'll never get fixed. Can you guys imagine being in a different world where if you like got a cut, it was there forever? And you had to permanently have a band-aid on? If we just didn't heal, if like we didn't have like platelets, the world would be a fucking crazy place. Like if you getting a bruise on your leg would be catastrophic. It'd be like, no, fuck, it's a permanent, it's there forever. I will never get rid of this. Somebody like a cat scratches you in the face, it's like, there it is. I'm gonna be cat scratch face guy for the rest of my life. You like stub your toe on a desk. Yeah, you have a broken toe forever. Fucking modern medicine. Was your favorite 10 commandment? Thou shalt not steal. Leave my shit alone. What about thou shalt not kill? Thou shalt not steal was like the first one I thought of. What are the 10 commandments off the top of my head? Let me see if I can get this. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou... Don't help me. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Right? Thou shalt not... What are the other ones? Only 3 commandments. No. I got a okay. Mel Brooks had this joke, and it was an unbelievable joke. He's playing as Moses, right, with the commandments, and he goes up to all the followers that are out there waiting to hear him. He comes back with he has the commandments in his hands, and he comes over with these 3 big slabs, and they're all waiting for him to talk, and they're just like, oh, there he is, Moses, and he walks over with these 3 halves, and he's like, yes, I have seen God, and we have spoken, and what I have for you here, the most important I have, and he drops one of the slabs and it fucking shatters on the ground. He says, I have 15. The thing falls, it shatters on the ground. Then he goes, oh, 10 commandments. Can we watch it? Let's watch it right now. It's a classic fucking piece of comedy. It really is. Let's just watch it. How long is it? It's like 15 seconds long. It's so good. It's truly like a genius bit. It's so funny.
Lord, I shall give these laws unto thy people. Hear me! Oh, hear me! All pay heed! The Lord Jehovah, has given unto you these 15... 10 commandments for all to obey.
Oh, it's so good. Like, what were the other 5? What were the other 5? Oh, It's classic. Like, wow, those must have been important, right? Those are DLC. Yo, dude, when are we gonna get a baby food stream? You're weird. That's a weird thing to ask. Picked up something else too, didn't I? Yeah, I just want to see how the greatsword handles. Okay, it's just another version of the dragon bone, except it's not as cool looking. It doesn't do as much damage. Store it. Oh no! Sneeze! If you sneeze 3 times, you die. Did we ever talk about that? What if you... Okay, I'm gonna bring something up. Did we ever discuss this? That if you sneezed 3 times over the course of your life, you would die on the 3rd sneeze? You know how hard that would be to live? No. Imagine you get 10 sneezes over the course of your whole life. And on the 10th sneeze, you instantly, your brain turns off, your heart stops, and you die. You know what you would go through? You know how you get that feeling I'm about to sneeze? People would go through anything to not have that happen. You know, you would like shove fucking lemons in your eyes and you would like squeeze your nutsack to like not sneeze. But still, you grab your nuts, you're like, oh, fuck, that was 1. How many did I do? Because you can make yourself not sneeze. I've done it before, lots of times. Because sometimes you can't help it, but like it can be helped. If you like grab, like you would just grab the nearest can or the nearest device and you would just smash it into your face or something to make sure you didn't sneeze. And all those people that are at like the 9th sneeze, oh, you're gonna be at a funeral soon. You know, like and all your friends would know that. Like, you know, like the guy that sneezed 7 or 8 times already. Imagine hanging out with that guy. And you're on like the bumper boats. You're on like the go-karts. Or you're like sitting on a plane with him. Hey, did you see that latest episode of Grey's Anatomy? Yeah, me too. It was really cool. I liked how she, when she went to... It's like, what do? You're on a plane with the guy. You're on a plane with this guy. Did you tell anybody? Excuse me, miss. That's his 10th sneeze. And it's like, oh, yeah, all right. Like they just like fucking put him in a body bag and ship him back to wherever he was. What's the problem with my shirt? Why does everybody have a problem? It's a Captain America. This is an underoos. Look it up. UNDERROOS. Underoos. It's underwear. I'm wearing like male underwear. They just open up the plane and drop them out. You would be on like the subway. People would just be sneezing. How many times do you hear somebody sneeze a day? It's actually kind of weird because not very many. So this wouldn't be as big of a deal as we're making it sound. I think over the course of an entire day, let's say I went to like PAX East, for instance. Maybe you'll hear 3 sneezes over the course of the whole weekend. So statistically, a lot of people probably wouldn't even die sneezing on the 10th sneeze. You'd look up like, it'd be like statistics. It's like, oh, and here we have the yearly statistics of how people died in the United States. Here we have at number 3, we have the car accidents with 525. At number 2, it's getting hit by a bus at 1,444. And again, oddly enough, you know, how is this possible? At number 1, 10th sneeze. 68 million people died last year. You would just be like, oh yeah, of course. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm talking about... look, I'm about to buy 18 of these. No, I'm not. That's a mistake. The legendary 11th sneeze. Yep, and there would be that guy. There'd be that guy or that girl that would sneeze the 11th time and be terrified, and here comes the last sneeze, and you sneeze. You're about to fucking sneeze, and you just call. You call your mother. You're like, Mom, I'm gonna sneeze for the 10th time. I just want to let you know I love you. And you don't die. And then all of a sudden you become like the guy, like the new Superman, and they like want to dissect you and find out why you didn't die on the 11th sneeze or the 10th sneeze. Ooh, wait. What do you need? You need a stove. You need a fridge. I need like a microwave. Oh, here we go. Like, this is good. I like that look. This over here. This is so bad. Okay. Tables. Just little one. It's like the kitchen in an office. Yeah, kind of. There just needs to be a bunch of cabinets up here. Like, and a gross coffee maker that nobody uses because if you look in where the water goes, it's rusted and fucking disgusting. No one turns it on. There's the one brave soul every like maybe once a week or two that is so desperate for coffee. A bunch of you are in the room and you just hear the person going, "Fuck, I need coffee so bad," and they start to turn it on and they plug it in. It's like, oh shit, this place actually gonna use the coffee maker in here. And they turn it on. They're like, oh, how much should I put in there? And it starts to smell. The whole room smells like that burnt, smelly old plastic smell. And everyone's just like, shit, dude. Oh, I don't know if you should do that. Sometimes, once every couple of weeks, once every like month or so, someone will do that. I used the Keurig at my work and it tasted like death. Yeah, and here's the thing. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a rant here. For an office to have like a $30 Mr. Coffee in the corner of the office room, of like the break room or something. You got employees here. Don't you want your employees to be able to get like awesome coffee so they're like happy and they want to like work and shit? You pony up for like the good one. Get like the good coffee maker that like fucking cleans itself. And it makes like espresso and shit. Get one of those. People will be lined up at the door. Like get in there and get like a coffee in the morning. And you can sit like in your office and be like, all right, here they go. They're gonna be all coffeeed up. Anybody want any cream? You want cream? I would be running around the office with a fucking coffee creamer and like those little wood sticks and shit with like mugs. Everyone have like their own name on the mugs and shit. I'd be like, you need coffee? You need creamer in there? I'll just lean in. You tell me when. All right, there you go. All right, if you want more coffee, it's ready. I don't know. All right, we have a microwave that I got from my grandmother's house after she died. And we've just plugged it in over here. Like what? Why? Doesn't that make people just fucking hate going to work? If your break room is the equivalent of like an antique shop and half the stuff is just gross and doesn't work, nobody wants to go in there. If I ever have my own fucking office, it's gonna be this is gonna be the best coffee maker that I can get. It's going right there. There's gonna be a whole bar here. There's gonna be like flavor pumps. There's gonna be like fucking stirring spoons. Hire us. And then my company goes out of business in like 30 days. But here's the thing, you don't want to go too far being like the cool boss. Because then I would make like I would bring like clowns to work and stuff, and that probably I can't work, Mr. Albertson. You can't bring like clowns to work like once like Friday. It's fucking annoying. It was funny on Friday that one time, on like April Fools and stuff. But like, no, I don't want to like ride the slide before I start working. Like, can I just go to work? I don't want to like get on the ride before work and like have like a big company like let's all scream on the roller coaster you built in the backyard. I have like a couple of reports I have to finish. I can't. Whatever. I'm gonna move on. I'm thinking of other things that I find funny that I have to like not think of funny. I have to like move on. All right, company pizza party. Let's go. Wrap it up, old man. You want me to fucking hold R2 right now? I will. Don't test me. All right. Good night, guys. I will see you dudes on Thursday. Fucking finally. What? Hold on. Like, why is everybody so mad that I haven't gone to bed yet? You know, there's like an X in the top right corner of your screen. Like I've said, it's time to end the stream. I'm ending the stream. And then we talked a little bit about like Bloodborne and shit. Like, you know, like, turn the stream off. I'm attached to the fucking cord. I'm locked into the computer. You have to stop streaming. Otherwise, like, I can't pull the cord out of my head. Like, are you guys real? When I press stop streaming, do all your computers turn off? Help me, please. I'm not mad. No, I'm just kidding with you, man. I'm just fucking around. Don't be so selfish. All right, good night, everybody. I'll see you Thursday. Much love. Take care. You know, it would have been a bad idea, but I was honestly thinking about just leaving the stream on and going to bed. Just keeping it on. I would probably get banned from Twitch, though, so no. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.